Take me out for Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever come back. Because today I'm going to tell you about the 10 best prizes found in Cracker Jacks back in the 70s and 80s. You know when you're really good? When you're really good, they call you Cracker Jack. That's true. They call you Cracker Jack. Now, growing up in the 70s and 80s, I love some Cracker Jack because it was a snack. I didn't really get that much every once in a while, but the best prize, better than the tasty treat inside, was the prize. I know you kids today, you kids that grew up in maybe the 90s and the day, they're horrible. They're always some kind of little crappy piece of paper. They're just not worth it. But back in the 70s and 80s, when I grew up, Generation X, the great generation, the last great generation that is, it's odd to be the best generation and the last generation, but maybe I'm biased. Anyway, we got great Cracker Jack prizes, and we're going to look at 10 of them, and hopefully the same will happen to you, because when I look these up, I found stuff I forgot all about. Probably could have done more than 10. But you don't want to be here all day. So let's take a look at the 10 best Cracker Jack prizes from the Generation X era. And we're going to start right here with a compass. That's right, the compass. Remember with a compass? You open up your bag, you open up your box, and there it is, a compass inside. All right. Hey, it says north is that way. But I know north is up. This thing's broke. My compass was a lot of fun. I don't know why, but I just really liked the compass. It was always mind-boggling how it works. Still today, I'm a 32-year-old man, and I still can't figure out how these things work. And you're thinking, well, it's a pretty big compass to be in a Cracker Jack box. Yeah, this is really about the size of a penny. I know it looks big, but like your wife says, just because it looks big to you doesn't mean it's small. Let's look at number 9. A keychain that came with a bell and a gun. Try to put that in a kid box today. It ain't gonna happen. Kids don't like bells. They would be very upset. So you got this little plastic keychain thing. I don't know exactly what it was. For some reason it had a bell on it and a clear gun. Now sometimes it was a black gun, sometimes I saw a red gun, and it wasn't always a gun. Sometimes you open a Cracker Jack box and you got a dang girl toy. It was like a bell and a hairbrush on it, and you were disappointed. You threw your Cracker Jacks across the room when you got a girl toy. They should have put on the box, girl toy may be inside. That's a warning we all needed. Number 8. Remember these little sticker books? You open them up and you got 3 stickers for 1. Try that today. It was a little book and it all folded together. You take out the little bag it was in, and you open it up, and there's 3 little stickers in there. There's one with Cracker Jack himself. I'll put that on a t-shirt. But Cracker Jack's still going strong today, and I'll get taken down. But then you got this cheese moon looking thing. Now these were all different. There's a fish right there going blah, 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 blah. But they was all different kind. You never know what you was going to get. And believe it or not, a lot of times you didn't get the same one twice. Unless maybe you ate a lot of Cracker Jacks. Let's go with this one right here. Magnifying glass. This is the one. You knew this was going to be on the list. The dang magnifying glass. I don't know about you, but I burned many of ants with this magnifying glass, and it was always great because I could look at my Cracker Jack up close. I remember this little round when I would stick it in my eye, and I'd be like, hey, I'm the bad guy from Hogan's Heroes. Remember that guy? He always had a magnifying glass in his one eye, and I would try to burn ants with it and just all leaves, whatever I could burn with it. I used to like to burn the end of my shoestring. I don't know why I like to do that. Just ruined it. How about this one right here? Add a face. Remember this? They did a couple of these, but they were all different things. One was a maze, but there was an add a face where you can lift up that little sheet. It would just disappear. It's like a magic pad. You lift it up, you could draw it on it again. You draw it back on it. You could use it like a toothpick or maybe your fingernail. It didn't come with anything you could actually draw it on, but you could draw it on there. Just like that. And you just lift up, start all over. It was a toy that lasted forever. It wasn't you just drew it on there and you was done. No, you could do it over, lift it up, and do it over again. Oh man, I miss that. I just love lifting it up, watch it go real slow, watch it disappear real slow. It was magic. Sometimes I lift it up and the black part on it, I would rub my fingernail on it, get all between my fingernails and everything, and then I stick it in my teeth and I go, this is nasty. I was a weird kid. And then we had wisecracks. That's right. This little booklet had about 4 pages. Then you open it up, and they all has wisecracks, and you could learn them and take them to school. You couldn't wait to use a wisecrack. Maybe it's church and the deacon saying, hey, everybody, let's say grace before we eat this meal. And you can yell out, grace! And everybody will laugh. I don't know if that's a wisecrack or not. I don't know if it's a wisecrack. I don't know what's in these. But you could have wisecrack. And this also reminds me of something I kind of forgot about. A friend I had at school, Timmy Rudolph Johnson. Now, let me tell you about Timmy Rudolph Johnson. This kid, he liked Cracker Jacks like the rest of us, but he's always lied about the prizes he got in. It seemed like every other day he'd come to school, tell us about something he found in a Cracker Jack box, but we would never see it. We would never see it, and we caught on pretty fast. We might have been young and dumb, but we caught on to this guy pretty fast because we would buy our Cracker Jacks, and they would never be in there. And I remember when we bought our Cracker Jacks, so we mostly got them at Kmart, and you got 3. They had a little piece of blue tape connecting all 3 together. Cracker Jack. I could never put my finger through that little hole. You're supposed to put your finger in a little hole. It's got some dents in it. And you pop it open and you pull the top of it. I never could do that. I just ripped it all open. I could never open it with my fingernail. Anyway, let's get back to Timmy Rudolph Johnson and what he said he found in his Cracker Jack box. Let's start. Pine cone. Mini can of Coca-Cola. Evel Knievel keychain. Star Trek Marvel. A real mini turtle shell, a Stormtrooper action figure, a mini license plate, a mini Rubik's Cube, Who Shot JR sticker, and a Where's the Beef iron-on decal. I don't believe you found any of that stuff. Let me know, did you find any of that? A Kenner Star Wars action figure? I wish. I would have bought every box of Cracker Jacks I could find. But let's get back to this list of the 10 best Cracker Jack prizes, and you know what number 1 is, don't you? We're going to pretend like we don't. We're going to move on right here. How about this one? Mini color paint sets. Yeah, you would open it up and it would have this little page on it. It would have like a page over here that was like a picture of color, another picture of color over here in the middle. It had this little, I don't know how it worked, but you would, I guess you could take your finger, stick on it. You didn't come with a paintbrush, but it would have like red, black, and red. It would have 3 colors and you would just stick something red on it and it would make it that color. Then you could color with it. It was kind of shitty paint. But you remember that? It was like the picture, it didn't look, it had the colors on it, but I think they were all black till you got something wet on it. I don't know. Hopefully some of you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you get it wet, and maybe you got a old toothbrush. You can not get a toothbrush, or maybe you got your own paintbrush you could use. I don't know. I tried to use one of those paintbrushes that you roll on the wall when you paint the wall, and it just didn't work right. But I don't know who remembers this, but I sure do. And how about this one right here? I think they call them a tag along. You're supposed to hook them, I think, to your shoe on the back of the box. It said to your back of the package anyway, or the back of the thing. It said back you hook it to your shoe. Shit, I'm so excited I can't talk about this, but you hook it to your shoe. And it had a little 3D. You thought all 3D. I don't know what you call it. It's like a little 3D art. They're not really 3D. They pop out at you, but it kind of like moves. You know, like you look at the ducks moving. I had this duck one. This one blew my mind when I found it because I had this duck one. But there were some other ones also. I think I remember one of a sunshine turned into a moon or something. There was a lot of different ones. But I know I had this one. And what about this? I'm guaranteed you were excited when you saw this in Cracker Jack box. Pinball machine. Remember the little mini pinball machine? I can remember playing with this till I got bored with it. Then I would lick my thumb and I would rub it on the back. It had a piece of cardboard on the back that had the instructions on it. Why you need instructions to play pinball, I'll never know. You rub it long enough, you can bust a hole right through it and get that little ball out and throw it around and everything. It was a lot of fun. If you're lucky, you can take that little ball, put it in a slingshot. Yeah. And hit little Timmy Rudolph Johnson in the back of the head with it. Hey, that's what I found in my Cracker Jack box, you nerd. Okay, pinball. That was a lot of fun. A lot of different ones. This is kind of like I was going to say a spaceman, but I guess he's not a spaceman. He's a deep diver, but he's like a diver from the 1920s. But there he is, deep dive. And there was a lot of different ones, of course. And how about this right here? Stickers. Stickers are great. Everybody loves stickers. All kinds of different. Get a sticker that says "pal." Let's see. You can get a sticker that says got a picture of just a piece of ice cream on it. You're eating Cracker Jacks, but now you want ice cream thanks to this sticker. Got a sticker that's got a little clock on it. It looks like the alarm's going off. It's got a little rat on it. You got a cowboy boot sticker. Who wouldn't want that? And you got a pear that looks like a butthole. You got a pear that looks like a butthole. A butterfly. That was again for the girls. They didn't warn us. You didn't know. You might get a girl toy. You might get a boy toy. Who knows? Today they say there's no such thing as girl toys and boy toys. But if you get a butterfly sticker, that's a girl toy. Sorry, that's a girl toy. Now, let's look at number 1. And you know what it is. You know what number 1 is. freaking tattoos. Here's a bunch of different tattoos right here, and I love these tattoos. It was a piece of paper, and you put it. I would put it on. First, you have to go in and put the sink, put the water on your hand, get your hand wet wherever you wanted it. Put the tattoo on it, press it down like this for about 30 seconds. And, you be pressing it down. Then you gotta peel it up really slow. Don't peel it up too fast, because a lot of times it's gonna peel off onto the sticker. 7 out of 10 times it was gonna screw up. You see it sticking to the card a little bit, so you gotta press it down, hold it down a little bit more. Maybe put a little bit more water on it, maybe lick it, hold it down a little bit more, ease it up really slow. Hope you get it. And then you got it. You got your tattoo. You can't believe it. Look at the skull. I think the skull's the one we always wanted. Unless you were a lady and then you wanted a butterfly. And to this day, if I see a woman with a butterfly tattoo on it, I say that's no woman, that's a lady. Oh, the pirate one would have been cool. The pirate ship. This is what you wanted. No doubt about it. Yeah, the magnifying glass is cool. The draw the face is cool. The wisecrack joke book is cool. But 9 out of 10 of us, we wanted the tattoo. We don't care if the last box had tattoos in it. We wanted the tattoos. You can stick them right here. You can stick. I know a guy that put a tattoo right there on his face. And back then, I know today a tattoo on your face, that's, ooh, you trendy, you cool. Back then, you would have thought you were crazy if you put a tattoo on your face, even if it was a temporary tattoo from Cracker Jack. Whew. Hopefully, you guys like this video here. Man, Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks. I love some Cracker Jacks, but I love the prize. Cracker Jack, what happened? Your prize was a crap now. Man, that was cool. Awesome. Tell me about what you found in your box of Cracker Jacks, please. I would love to find out what you had in your box of Cracker Jacks.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.